Hey guys, DiceRollin here with a list of
Son of a fuck!
Yeah, so as you may have guessed, we're going to be talking about those shit your pants moments in gaming. I put together a list of 10 of the best or worst, depending on how you look at it, jump scares in video games. Jump scares are those brief moments in the world that you have so immersed yourself in can cause you a very real heart attack, or at least cause you some very real damage to your screen. So without further ado, these are 10 of the scariest video game jump scares. Number 10. The broken neck woman from Fatal Frame. What's more scary than a ghost who wants to kill you? A ghost who's bent in an unnatural position who wants to kill you. The Japanese certainly like to put us in unsettling situations involving ghosts and cameras, and the Fatal Frame series is a good example of that. The first time you encounter this female ghost, she falls from the story above you and proceeds to attack you. Number 9. Zombie dogs from Resident Evil. This is such a classic jump scare that it was used again in the remake of the game. The scenario of the scare is you're headed down a hallway and zombie dogs jump through the windows so close to your screen that you think they're coming for you. Number 8. Bathtub from Eternal Darkness. This was a GameCube game from 2002. Now in such a game where you play a character who has visions and hallucinations, you're bound to see some very unnerving shit. But the jump scare that I'm referring to comes in the form of an image of the character you play sitting in a bathtub full of presumably blood, and she's clearly not alive. The flash of this on your screen is accompanied by a scream that enhances the fear of the moment. Number 7. Grunts from Amnesia. In almost every Amnesia game, these guys are lurking around corners and ready to burst through doors to end you. With their grotesque appearance, it's no wonder why they've caused many a scare and lasting nightmare. Number 6. Boys of Silence from BioShock Infinite. Otherwise known as Elizabeth's Children, these creatures are actually young boys who act as a sort of alarm system. They make a loud, jarring sound as they spot you to alert other threats to your presence. But there's one particular moment that has caused many a gamer's heart to explode. After unlocking the gate in the warden's office in order to rescue Elizabeth, you turn around to see a Boy of Silence standing directly behind you. Number 5. Locker Corpse from Condemned Criminal Origins. In this 2005 game, you play an SCU agent named Ethan Thomas. In one part of the game, you are investigating an abandoned school in search of serial killers. Here you come across several lockers and end up opening one to find the victim of one of the killers. At this point, you're told to take a picture of the victim so that they can be identified. But of course, the first picture won't work, so you have to get a close-up picture. The corpse comes alive and grabs you at just the wrong moment.
Help me!
I'll never trust corpses in lockers again. Number 4. Falling Corpse and Chris Walker from Outlast. This 2013 game is one of my favorites, and it was difficult to decide on just one jump scare for this spot. So I decided it was a tie between these two moments at the beginning of the game. Here you play Miles Upshur, a reporter who goes into Mount Massive Asylum shortly after the inmates are set free. Without the ability to fight, you have the options of hiding or running. Just after you make it into the building, you are directed to go into the library where you receive your first sign that something is very wrong. Not long after that, you meet the future bane of your existence, Chris Walker.
Little pig.
Number 3. The Necromorphs from Dead Space. In this 2008 game, you play as Isaac Clarke, who boards a mining ship and must fight his way through hordes of alien creatures, including monsters called Necromorphs, which are reanimated bodies that are mutated by a parasite. Unlike some of the scares on this list, this heart attack happens multiple times throughout the game, as Necromorphs have a habit of playing dead in order to lure you into a false sense of security. Number 2. Laura from The Evil Within. In this 2014 game, you play as Sebastian Castellanos, who is stuck in a hellish environment crawling with deformed creatures. One of such creatures is Laura, a spider-esque monster who appears wherever there is a puddle of blood or a dead body. And since the game is full of bodies, most of which caused by you, it's impossible to avoid her. And finally, number 1. Lisa from PT. PT was a demo for a new Silent Hill game before it was unfortunately cancelled. In the game, you go through a seemingly endless loop of the same place, during which certain unnerving things happen. One of these things is Lisa appearing in random places. Now, having Lisa appear when you peek into the bathroom is life-scarring enough, but the real pants-shitting moment comes when you least expect it. For absolutely no reason throughout the game, Lisa will appear in front of you and strangle you until you drop to the floor. What she does after that is up to interpretation. And that was my list of 10 of the scariest jump scares in video games. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a like to let me know. Don't forget to leave a comment down below. Do you agree with my list? And what are some jump scares that caused you to get a change of underwear? And don't forget to share this video to help the channel grow, and subscribe for more videos like this. See you later. Don't worry, we've already played the jump scare card. We're not gonna do it again. See, I told you. Shay St. John. Now this is a channel that has been talked about quite a lot. In fact, you usually can't talk about disturbing videos or YouTube channels without this one coming up. And for good reason. The whole story behind this channel is it tells the story of a disfigured model who pieced together a body for herself using old mannequin parts. The channel was created by artist Eric Fournier, who unfortunately died.